1 week removed from an opening game loss to kick off the 2020 football season, the Eastview Patriots head back onto the road, this time in Belton, on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, where they are set to take on another winless team who lost their season opener last week, the Harker Heights Knights. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Crusader Stadium here in Belton, Texas, where we are just about set for kickoff of the Eastview Patriots taking on the Harker Heights Knights. I'm Travis Banks, joined alongside, as always, my broadcast colleague Michael Francis. And Michael, last week we were in the same general area, about an hour north of the Austin metro area, maybe 30 miles north of Georgetown, where Eastview High School is. Last week we were at Leo Buckley Stadium. The Eastview Patriots were taking on the 6A Killeen Kangaroos, and they just got off to a bit of a terrible start, for lack of a better term. They just never could recover, even though statistically they played a pretty good game.
Statistically, they did, and we saw some good action. It was a struggle in the first half for the Patriots, but they came out, made some adjustments in the second half, and made it a lot more competitive game. If you look at it from two sides of the coin, they lost the first half but won the second half. So we're excited to see this game tonight versus another Killeen team in Harker Heights, the Knights of Harker Heights, who lost last week versus Smithson Valley 45-27. Next week, the Knights will be taking on the Chargers of Bernie Champion. That will be a home game for Harker Heights, as your Georgetown Eastview Patriots, and we'll just say Eastview Patriots from now on, they will be having their first home game. This will be at the Georgetown ISD Athletic Complex, Birkelbach Field, and they will be starting their district action versus Elgin next week.
That's right. 9 games in this regular season for 2020 instead of the usual 10. And, of course, 8 of those games being district games. And, as you said, Michael, kicking off against Elgin next week at home. A bit of a revenge matchup for the Patriots, as they were blown out on the road to end the 2019 regular season last year.
Yeah, a very disappointing loss for the Patriots last year to close out the season, and actually starting district season this year. So we'll take just a moment for the national anthem, and we'll be back with you in just a bit.
Fantastic rendition of the national anthem as always, and unlike last week, we have people actually singing the national anthem as we are again live in Crusader Stadium, the home of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor Crusaders. So lots of extra room compared to what we're used to with these high school football games.
For the Patriots last week, Players of the Week for offense, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. Defensively, Tyler Wagner was recognized. For special teams, Charles Ross. For the offensive line, Cole Smith. Your defensive line, Player of the Week, Justin Nizer. And the 12th man, the quarterback, Peyton Adams.
Yeah, Peyton Adams, his stats from last week, 17 of 28 pass attempts. He threw for 213 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So it's easy to see why he will be getting the starting quarterback position tonight.
So again, we see the practice of just one player coming out as captain for both squads tonight for the coin toss.
You know, interestingly enough, Michael, there are still 4 team captains listed. The one out on the middle of the field is Justin Nazer. However, the other 3 team captains for the Eastview Patriots, number 5, Jerry Barron, number 21, Jet Vaughn, and number 20, Aaron Oleg. Meanwhile, the lone team captain for Killeen, or Harker Heights, I should say, is Jack Byes, a senior defensive tackle.
As you heard, Harker Heights has won the toss and has elected to defer to the second half. And Eastview will be receiving the ball to get this thing started tonight.
Well, you know, that's something that Coach Feacock was really looking forward to, this opening coin toss. A lot of teams like to defer until the second half and kick off to start the first half. Not Coach Feacock, especially considering last year his offense was ranked number 1 in District 13-5A.
Right.
They had a pretty good week last week, offensively at least, and they're looking to continue all of the strides that they have made over the last year.
So offensively for the Patriots tonight, starting in wide receiver, the senior number 9, Charles Ross. Wide receiver, junior number 6, Michael Sedgwick. In the slot, junior number 5, Jerry Barron. Your H-back for tonight, junior number 20, Aaron Oleg. At tailback, senior number 24, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. The starting quarterback for tonight, the junior number 18, Peyton Adams. At left tackle, number 57, the senior, Cole Smith. At left guard, senior number 53, Ben Martin. At center, junior number 52, Mac Howard. At right guard, sophomore number 77, Austin Kane. And right tackle, number 62, senior Israel Ramirez.
Well, Harker Heights kickoff is very short, goes out of bounds. I don't see a flag on the field, however, which is usually what happens whenever kickoffs go out of bounds. Looks like they're going to consider this a touchback, or they're going to spot the ball where the ball went out of bounds. Either way, it'll be 1st and 10 Eastview. Ball is on Eastview's own 27-yard line to start this game off.
So the cool thing on the 2-deep this week, a name that was not on and was not suited up, number 14, and Marion Brooks is listed on the 2-deep.
First play for the Patriots is going to be a quarterback keeper. He looks to throw and decides to keep it, runs out to the right side, and is just gang tackled by a slew of Harker Heights Knights. Jack Byes making the stop for Harker Heights, being credited with the tackle there. This will bring up 2nd down and 8, gain of 2 on that running play. Peyton Adams in the gun. It's a high snap, and it's a handoff to a Marion Brooks who rushes to the left. Makes it about a yard or 2 before being brought down. Marion Brooks on the carry. Jack Byes again on the tackle for Harker Heights. This will set up 3rd down for the Patriots. 3rd down and 11, actually. Peyton Adams in the gun. He's got trips to his right. Adams takes the snap and drops back, looks to throw. He throws right. He's got his man caught at the 30-yard line and immediately brought down by Harker Heights. Nowhere near close to being able to pick up that first down. And that'll bring up 4th down and a punting situation for the Patriots. Charles Ross was the receiver making the catch on that play for the Patriots.
And 4th down and 4.
So a decent 7-yard gain on that throw to Charles Ross. And now Eastview will punt the ball away. Harker Heights back to return. And the ball takes an Eastview bounce around the 40-yard line, rolls out of bounds, and will be downed at the 40-yard line. So Harker Heights with some decent field position, pretty close to midfield to start their first offensive series of the evening.
So unfortunately, we do not have a roster for Harker Heights. Typically, when you come into the press box, they have all that for us, but they did not have that tonight.
Sean West is your starting quarterback for the Harker Heights Knights. He brings his squad out in the shotgun formation on 1st and 10 from the 40. It's a handoff to the running back, and the running back has a lot of space, picks up a huge hole, picks up the first down, and is pushed out of bounds about 2 yards after picking up that first down.
Yeah, it was a good stop by Michael Sedgwick to keep him from making a lot more yardage.
That was Rayshawn Sanford, the second on the carry there for Harker Heights. Picks up a first down. Ball will be spotted in Eastview territory on the Eastview 48. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Shotgun formation. It's another handoff to Sanford the second, and he's tackled pretty quickly there by Thomas Thornburg.
Defensively for your Patriots, at corner, junior number 6, Michael Sedgwick. At corner, sophomore, number 3, Tyreek Styles-Obasherry, which had a lot of good production last week, both offensively and defensively for the Patriots.
2nd down and 10 for Harker Heights. No gain on that last running play. Quarterback in the gun, throws, incomplete. Had a bit of sauce on that throw.
At free safety, senior number 24, Isaiah Quentin Jackson. And strong safety, senior number 2, Logan Williams. At weak safety, junior number 5, Jerry Barron. The Mike linebacker, senior number 21, Jet Vaughn. The Sam linebacker, junior number 33, Thomas Thornburg. Defensive end, senior number 35, Justin Nazer. Your tackle, senior number 80, DJ Perez. Nose tackle, sophomore number 52, Vance Hurd. And end, junior number 20, Aaron Oleg.
West on 3rd down for Harker Heights. Takes the snap, rolls out, throws to the left. Pass falls incomplete. Great defensive stand by Eastview. This will bring up a 4th down and a punting situation for Harker Heights. Eastview's defense allowed one run of 10 yards for Harker Heights and then just completely stuffed the Knights. And now Charles Ross is back deep to return at the Eastview 15. Harker Heights, a bit of a rugby-style punt there, and Ross picks up the ball at the 15-yard line and rushes out of bounds just shy of the 25-yard line. Setting up some decent field position for Eastview's second offensive series of the evening.
Pretty good turnout tonight for both squads.
Adams in the gun. It's a handoff to Amarian Brooks, who tries to get a hole up the middle, but the hole collapses, and Amarian Brooks is brought down from behind. Tell you what, Michael, they've tried to get the running game going with Amarian Brooks back in the game this week, but no success so far. That's a loss of 1. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Ball will be spotted on the Eastview 28-yard line. Adams in the gun, trips to his right. It's another handoff to Brooks, who is fighting his way up the middle towards the right hash mark, and they're going to mark him down by loss of forward progression. This will be a gain of 2 yards, actually, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Patriots. Peyton Adams brings the offense out in the gun again. 2 receivers on each side. Amarian Brooks in at running back. Adams takes the snap, drops back, throws right, caught at the 35-yard line, and immediately brought down. Making the catch for Eastview was Tyreek Styles Obasheri. And he picks up a first down for the Patriots. So it'll be 1st and 10, Eastview ball on the Eastview 36-yard line. Peyton Adams in the gun, trips to his left. He looks to the sidelines for further instructions. Charles Ross is the lone wide receiver to Peyton Adams' right. Look for Charles Ross to be targeted quite a bit tonight. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Adams rushes towards the right side and is brought down after a short gain of 1, maybe 2 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down for the Patriots.
Peyton Adams, the quarterback on the keeper. Christian Wooden on the stop.
This will be 2nd down and 8. Ball on the Eastview 38-yard line. Adams in the gun, trips to his left. Adams takes the snap, drops back, throws right to Charles Ross. Caught about the 45-yard line and immediately brought down is Charles Ross. But Charles Ross inches the Patriots closer to the first down marker. However, not enough for the first down. This will set up a 3rd down and 2. Patriots come out in the gun yet again. Adams hands the ball off to Amarian Brooks, who is just stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Amarian Brooks only needed to go about 3 yards to get the first down, and he came nowhere close. Great job by the Harker Heights defensive line, winning that battle in the trenches and preventing Amarian Brooks from getting anything going. Eastview will now bring out their punting unit. Back deep to return for Harker Heights is Marcus Maple. That's Charles Ross out to punt the ball away. It's a high punt, and it's going to be taken by Maple at about the 15-yard line. And Maple's still on his feet as he crosses the 25, and now he runs into a slew of white Patriots jerseys. And he'll be marked down at the 30-yard line. We are still scoreless here, 5:59 to go. We are officially halfway through the first quarter. Eastview versus Harker Heights. Both of these teams looking for their first win of the season. So now Sean West comes back in at quarterback for Harker Heights. In the gun, it's going to be a handoff to the back, and the back is rushing around, trying to get around this Patriots defense, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds by Michael Sedgwick, just shy of the 40-yard line. A gain of about 8 yards on that carry brings up 2nd down and 2 for Harker Heights. A tremendous run there by Sanford II. So 2nd and 2, Harker Heights in the gun. 2 receivers on each side of the quarterback, West. West takes the snap, throws right, it is caught, and that defender missed his coverage. That's going all the way for a touchdown. 62 yards for the Harker Heights Knights. And that was Marcus Maple on the reception. What a great throw by Sean West, the Harker Heights quarterback. Threw it perfectly on target, and Marcus Maple able to beat his defender, make the wide open catch, and walk all the way into the end zone untouched. So Harker Heights out to attempt the PAT. It is up, and it is good. So the first score of the game goes to Harker Heights with 5:47 to go here in the first quarter. Harker Heights now leads it 7-0 over Eastview. When we come back after these brief commercial messages, we will see if Eastview can answer and score their first points of the evening. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. Back here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, where Harker Heights is now leading 7-0 over the Eastview Patriots. Thank you very much. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. We are very glad you choose to spend your Friday night with us here on SHN Sports. I'm Travis Banks, joined alongside Michael Francis as always. Harker Heights, after scoring a 62-yard touchdown on a throw and catch, looking to kick the ball off here. And it'll be a short kick. Nowhere really to go with that for Eastview. Jerry Barron on the return for the Patriots. And he'll be marked down about the 36-yard line, and that is where the Patriots will set up shop. Their third offensive series of the evening. And so far, Michael, it seems that the Patriots have been trying to establish their running game with Amarian Brooks back into the mix, but they have not had any success so far. On 1st and 10, it's going to be a fake, a read option, and quarterback Peyton Adams. That was Jerry Barron. A sweep to Jerry Barron. Trying to get something going, but Jerry Barron ran a little more east to west than he would have liked to. Isaiah Quentin Jackson is in at running back for the Patriots.
The defensive line for Harker Heights is really doing a good job at stuffing the run game up the middle.
It's a high snap, but Peyton Adams takes it. He rolls out right. He throws, caught at the 45-yard line. It's Jerry Barron, and immediately brought down, but a nice gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards, depending on where the referees spot the ball. It'll bring up a 3rd down and manageable for the Patriots. 3rd down and 4 officially. The ball will be spotted at the 45-yard line. So a huge 3rd down here for the Patriots offense. They trail 7-0 with 4:37 and counting to go here in the first quarter. And on 3rd down, it's a quarterback keeper. Peyton Adams on a read option decides to rush it up the middle himself, and he picked up the 1st down. They are moving the chains, so a great 4-yard run by Peyton Adams picks up a 1st down for the Patriots. And on 1st and 10, it's going to be a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson. A short gain for Isaiah Quentin Jackson of 1 yard, if that. We'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Ball is officially in Harker Heights territory. It'll be marked at the Harker Heights 49. Second down and 9 for the Patriots. Trips to Peyton Adams right. Adams takes the snap, throws over the middle, falls incomplete. The intended target was Michael Sedgwick, who was being double covered. It'll bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Patriots now.
The Patriot offense working quickly. You know, it's a nice little treat to come here to a college campus and get to play here at University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. National champions in their own right. To get to play in a college atmosphere and a college campus.
And this is a very nice stadium as well. We're going to send Jerry Barron in motion. However, Coach Fekoch doesn't like what he sees. He's going to call a timeout and talk things over with the Patriots on 3rd down and 9. The clock will stop with 3:24 to go here in the first quarter. Harker Heights leads at 7-0. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
Is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step
Or 2,
or 3,
we can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Crusader Stadium, 3:24 to go in the first. Harker Heights leads it 7-0. Eastview is facing a 3rd down and 9 on offense. And on that 3rd down and 9, Peyton Adams takes the snap from the shotgun formation, drops back. The pocket collapses. He throws right, caught the 50-yard line, makes it to the 45-yard line before being tackled. On the catch there was Charles Ross, tackled about 4 yards short of the 1st down marker. This will bring up a 4th down for the Patriots, and they're not going to punt it away. They're going to go for it as they are in Harker Heights territory. On 4th down, Peyton Adams in the gun, trips to his left. He's looking over to the sideline for instructions. He's got about 15 seconds left on the game clock, or the play clock, I should say. Peyton Adams now takes the snap, immediately throws right, caught by...
Intercepted. Oh, he fumbled it.
He dropped a potential interception. A quick pass and catch. It looked like it kind of just... I can't tell if it bobbled off the fingertips of Charles Ross or if that defender, Eric Moore, getting in there. I don't know if Eric Moore was just a really good defensive coverage.
He was just juggling it. And, of course, the Eastview receiver tried to strip it back out, and he was successful because it ended up in an incomplete interception. So just a turnover on downs.
Sean West now on 1st and 10 for the Knights is going to hand off to his running back. A flag is thrown, and it looks like a vicious horse collar tackle that's going to be have another flag thrown. So 2 penalties on this play.
I think the first one was a holding call, and then you got the horse collar as he was going out of bounds.
Indeed it was. So the referees are talking at about the 45-yard line. Again, 2 penalties on this play. You got to think the first would be a holding call, and the second for that horse collar. But we'll wait to see what the umpire has to say here.
Holding, offense, number 22. Personal foul, horse collar, defense, number 24. Those penalties will offset, will replay, first down.
So Isaiah Quentin Jackson was technically on the tackle there. It was a horse collar tackle, but the horse collar tackle penalty will offset the holding penalty, and so this will give Harker Heights a 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Harker Heights leads it 7-0 with 2:30 to go here in the first.
So, a lot of times when you got that adrenaline going, you're trying to make that tackle, you're just grabbing at anything that you can. And as they were going out of bounds, Isaiah Quentin Jackson just grabbed the back of the shoulder pads and brought him down.
Harker Heights comes out in the gun. Sean West hands the ball off to his running back, Sanson II, who gets a decent gain. Pickup of 6, maybe 7 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and very manageable. And Michael, this Harker Heights Knights squad is just winning the battle in the trenches tonight.
Yeah, they got a good offensive front that's just pushing Georgetown back right now.
Sean West on 2nd down. It's another handoff. Or no, it's a keeper, a read option. West keeps it himself and picks up the 1st down. Being tackled at about the 44-yard line. Thomas Thornburg on the tackle for the Patriots there. But Harker Heights picks up the 1st down as the clock continues to tick. 1 minute, 43 seconds and counting to go here in the first quarter. Harker Heights leading it 7-0. West brings his offense out in the gun. Takes the snap and hands the ball off to his back, who has a huge lane up the middle, picks up a great block and is on his way and is finally pushed out of bounds by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. A touchdown-saving shove out of bounds by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. And all of a sudden, Harker Heights is into the red zone on a great 20-yard run.
Harker Heights flexing their muscle as their tailback goes right up the middle, cuts to the outside for some big yardage.
Shotgun formation on 1st and 10 for Harker Heights. West scrambles around. A flag comes out, and West slips before he can be tackled by Jerry Barron.
Looks like he got a holding penalty on Harker Heights.
Yeah, it was thrown just as Sean West was scrambling to the right side.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
So that'll make it 1st and 20. The ball was spotted on the 16-yard line. They'll move that back 10 yards to the 26-yard line. So Harker Heights will have to work a bit harder to pick up their next first down. They need to make it to the 6-yard line to get a first down. And at that point, you might as well try to go the extra 6 yards if you're Harker Heights and get the touchdown.
There you go. Gut check for the Patriots.
1st and 20. Sean West. Eastview gets some great defensive pressure, and West throws the ball away before he's sacked by the combination of Thomas Thornburg and Jet Vaughn. Great defensive pressure there by the Eastview Patriots defensive line. That'll stop the clock with 51 seconds to go here in the first. Harker Heights leading it 7-0. It'll be 2nd down and 20. Ball still on the Eastview 26.
2nd down and 20 now for the Harker Heights Knights.
And on 2nd down and 20, it's a handoff to the back on a sweep to the left. That back is still on his feet. And it's finally brought down by a slew of Patriots defenders. That was Washington on the carry. I believe Michael Sedgwick making the tackle. We'll try to clear that up in just a second. Might have been Jerry Barron as well. Brings up 3rd down and 15 for Harker Heights. They need to make it all the way to the 6-yard line to get the first down. West in the gun. 2 receivers on each side. West immediately throws left, caught at the 15-yard line, and immediately brought down, well, almost immediately brought down by a trio of Patriots defenders. Was the receiver Jerry Barron and Jet Vaughn involved on that tackle. Tackled just shy of the first down marker at about the 10-yard line, and that will bring an end to the first quarter. We'll see what Harker Heights does. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to kick the field goal? We'll find out just after this break. Stay tuned. After the end of the first quarter, score Harker Heights 7, Eastview 0. We'll be right back after
this
these
broadcast
messages.
on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by our bank. You belong here. We take the time to listen to you and your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will help you achieve those goals. Ideal Signs. Looking for something extra to get your business noticed? Ideal Signs specializes in custom signage and large digital format printing. Visit signsforsports.com. These broadcasts on SHN Sports are made possible by advertisers like these. If you would like to promote your business while also making an impact in the community, email Carl at shnsports.com for more information about advertising opportunities.
Back here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, where on 4th down and 3, Harker Heights will go for a field goal, looking to extend their lead over Eastview by 3 points. The kick is up. It is no good. That was a 26-yard field goal attempt for Harker Heights. Does not fall within the goalposts, and Eastview catches a lucky break now. 11:56 to go here in the second quarter, and Harker Heights was unable to extend their lead. Your score is still the same. Harker Heights 7, Eastview nothing. Again, we thank you for choosing to spend your Friday night with us here on SHN Sports for Eastview Patriot football. I'm Travis Banks alongside Michael Francis as always, and this will be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Eastview. It's going to be a handoff to Amarian Brooks, who rushes right and has a huge hole, and Amarian Brooks picks up a first down and a little bit more for the Patriots. Great running from right to left by Amarian Brooks.
And that's what Amarian Brooks brings to this team. He's that big, powerful back that they need, and he's showing why he's playing tonight.
A 15-yard gain by Amarian Brooks there sets up 1st and 10 from Eastview's own 35-yard line. Adams in the gun, hands the ball off to Amarian Brooks again, and Amarian Brooks runs right into a tackler who had his man beat on the offensive line. That was Cole Smith, who just couldn't pick up that block. Leads to a loss of about 4 and brings up 2nd down and 14.
The defender just got the inside edge on Cole Smith, and he couldn't get him turned back the opposite direction to break open the hole.
2nd and long. Adams fakes a handoff, throws right, caught just shy of the 40-yard line, and immediately pushed out of bounds. Making the catch is Jerry Barron. Jerry Barron will pick up a few yards for the Patriots. Looks to be a gain of 6, maybe 7 yards. They're going to spot this ball at the 39-yard line, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Patriots. They trail 7-0. Adams in the gun. Amarian Brooks in at running back. Adams takes the snap, hands off to... No, he keeps it himself, and he's under pressure. Throws the ball away, and that brings up 4th down for the Patriots. Great read option by Peyton Adams, though. He had all of us fooled up here. But the story of the game so far, Michael, is that Eastview has just been dominated by Harker Heights on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Eastview set to punt the ball away. Marcus Maple back to return for Harker Heights. Charles Ross's punt is up, and it's a good one. It's going to take an Eastview bounce and be taken by Maple at about the 20-yard line, and Maple has some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds by Amarian Brooks. So Marcus Maple will be ruled out of bounds. The referees haven't set the ball yet. Looks to be about the 45-yard line. So very good field position here for Harker Heights. They're looking to extend their 7-0 lead over Eastview. Again, both of these teams looking to win their first game of the season tonight. Loser will be 0-2. And that's going to be a confidence destroyer. And speaking of confidence destroyers, here's the Harker Heights running back who just refuses to go down. Finally brought down at the 30-yard line after a gain of about 25 yards. Isaiah Quentin Jackson on the tackle there. But a huge run by Harker Heights.
Jerry Barron's helmet comes flying off on the tackle, on a tackle attempt. And that was just some strong running. And Harker Heights offensive line able to open up a big hole right up the middle.
1st and 10 ball on the 30-yard line for Harker Heights. Sean West takes the snap, drops back, he's under pressure, he throws over the middle, he's got a man. It falls incomplete, overthrown. The intended target was Marcus Maple. But a great throw by Sean West regardless, because he threw it up there. It had the distance, it had height. He was expecting Marcus Maple to just run underneath and make the catch. And I think if Marcus Maple had about 2 extra steps, he would have been able to make that touchdown catch.
This is a beautiful pass. The ball looks good coming out of the quarterback's hands.
This will be 2nd down and 10 for the Knights. West throws, immediately caught at the 25-yard line and shoved out of bounds is Terrence Caldwell. He was knocked out of bounds by Carlos Villarreal. Picks up a first down for Harker Heights.
Senior quarterback number 11, Carlos Villarreal.
And ball will be spotted at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10, Harker Heights. Sean West in the gun. 2 receivers to his right up top. And it's going to be a handoff to the back. And another huge space, a spin, but the knee comes down. That was Logan Williams. We'll credit him for the tackle there. He got the hand on the back and caused the back to kind of trip himself up as he attempted to spin, and the knee went down. The referee saw it. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Harker Heights. Sean West hands the ball off again, and there's a lot of room for the running back. He waltzes into the touchdown, into the end zone for the touchdown. A great run by Harker Heights as this offensive line continues to dominate the Patriots. That was Amir Washington, the back on the carry there for Harker Heights. The PAT is up and it is good. So just like that, Amir Washington extends Harker Heights' lead to 2 scores. It's 14-0 here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Eastview will try to answer after this break. We'll be right back here on Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports.
Hey, it's Jim from Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. It's football season, which means you need a great team with a winning formula. Ours is making it easy on you to buy the Volkswagen model you want with our new Express online shopping tool. You can shop from home or safely with our team in the dealership. Then you get to take home the trophy. Right now, you can save $4,300 on a new 2021 Atlas S 2.0 Turbo. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
We're back here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, where following a 17-yard touchdown run by the running back Amir Washington, Harker Heights extends their lead over Eastview to 14-0. We'll see how the Patriots respond. 9:32 to go here in the second. Back deep to return this kickoff is Charles Ross, and I believe that's Michael Sedgwick down there. It's a short kick. They don't want to risk a return.
Brooks on the fair catch.
Fair catch called for and made by a Marion Brooks. So the Patriots will set up shop at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10 here. Michael, you got to start thinking, 9 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in this first half, but Patriots need to get on the board here pretty quick.
Yeah, the Patriots just need to ground and pound the football versus this team.
Adams, it's a jet sweep to Jerry Barron, and Barron is pushed out of bounds rather viciously. That's going to draw a late flag. I'm sorry, that was Charles Ross on the carry.
I'll tell you what, you saw some speed from the free safety from the Knights that just chased Charles Ross down and threw him out of bounds.
Quentin Howard was the defender who will be called for this flag. It's a late hit out of bounds. It'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for Eastview. Not exactly the way they wanted to get the first down, but I think they'll take it.
It's a big Harker Heights team. And Eastview, I mean, even though they're on the wrong end of the score, they're doing a good job versus this team. If you look at Killeen last week, I mean, they were down 35 points at the end of the first.
Oh, the snap is fumbled by Peyton Adams. And he scrambles to fall on it before Harker Heights' defense is able to. Peyton Adams recovers the fumble, but a bad snap and just a series of bad luck for the Eastview Patriots. Again, last week they started working in their new center.
Loss of 8, second down at 18.
That's Matt Howard. And those kind of things happen when you're working in a new center. And a bit of a low snap. Adams throws, caught at the 40-yard line, and almost immediately brought down is Charles Ross. Gain of 4, maybe 5 yards on that kick play. Brings up 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 14 to be exact.
Charles Ross took a shot on that tackle.
Adams in the gun, trips to his left. Adams takes the snap, drops back, he's under pressure. It's a screen pass caught by Isaiah Quentin Jackson near the 40. Isaiah Quentin Jackson tries to run out to the left side and is just viciously slammed to the ground by a Harker Heights defender.
Isaiah Quentin Jackson on pass reception.
Whose name we do not have on our roster. I apologize for that. But Isaiah Quentin Jackson tried to work some magic. Just the spell ended too quickly, and Eastview will be forced to punt the ball away here. Charles Ross out to punt. Ross's punt it's a high one, a lot of hang time. Harker Heights will not attempt to field this punt return. They'll let it bounce out of bounds. It takes a Harker Heights bounce. Rolls out of bounds about the 37-yard line. So decent field position here for Harker Heights on their next offensive series. 7:17 to go in the first half. Harker Heights looking to extend their 14-0 lead and continue pitching this shutout as well. Harker Heights' 2 touchdowns. The first one came through the air on a 62-yard touchdown throw from quarterback Sean West to receiver Marcus Maple, and Amir Washington scoring a 17-yard touchdown on the ground on Harker Heights' last drive, if you're just tuning in. That's your recap. And Sean West on first down. Throws left, caught at the 35-yard line and making it to the 45, to the 50. For Harker Heights is Marcus Maple.
He has been all over the field tonight.
Jet Vaughn on the tackle for the Patriots. But Harker Heights easily able to pick up that first down there. Ball spotted on the 50-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights. West, same play, throws left, caught, and immediately brought down. On the tackle for the Patriots was Aaron Oleg.
Tears out at the 47-yard line. Logan Williams on the stop.
So bring up 2nd down and 7 for Harker Heights. Ball on the Eastview 47-yard line. West in the gun. Takes the snap. It's a handoff. This is Washington. Washington running up the middle, tries to spin around, makes it to the 40. He picks up a first down by about a yard, and most of that was because Washington knew where he was, and he knew he was about to get tackled, and he just simply fell forward, extended the ball using his height to his advantage there.
The Harker Heights offensive line doing a great job of opening up running lanes there up the middle for the backs to make great gains on every carry.
Sean West comes back out on 1st and 10 in the gun, trips to his right. It's a handoff to the backup running back. No, it's going to be a quarterback read option keeper, and Sean West tries to rush up the middle. Gain of about 2 yards, brought down by Thomas Thornburg. Brings up 2nd down and 8. Ball on the 37-yard line. So the scoreboard says 2nd down and 8. Should be 2nd down and 7. Based on where the ball is spotted. So 2nd down and 7 for Harker Heights. They try to jump, get the Eastview defensive line to jump. Can't do it, but it's a jet sweep out to one of the wide receivers. He has nowhere to go. Gain of about 2 yards, and that receiver is brought down at the 35-yard line. That was Sanford the second on the carry. Michael Sedgwick on the carry, or Michael Sedgwick on the tackle, I should say, excuse me. Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Harker Heights Knights. And this will be a huge 3rd down for both squads, Michael.
Got to make this stop for the Patriots.
West in the gun. Takes the snap, looks left, decides to run as the pocket collapses. He's going to throw the ball away. Pass falls incomplete. Intended for Sanford the second. Great defensive pressure by the Eastview Patriots there.
Yeah, the defensive coordinator dials up the pressure and gets the quarterback to run out of the pocket and swap hands. He had the ball in his left hand and then swapped to his right to make the throw, and unable to plant his feet and get the ball to the receiver where he could catch it effectively, and he loses the grip on it as it goes to the ground.
Harker Heights going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Ball on the Eastview 35-yard line. 4:11 to go here in the second quarter. Coach Vikoch does not like what he sees at all. He's going to call Eastview's second timeout of the evening. 4:10 to go here in the second quarter. Harker Heights leads at 14-0, and they're looking to convert this 4th down. We'll see if they can do that right after these messages. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
Hey, it's Jim from Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. It's football season, which means you need a great team with a winning formula. Ours is making it easy on you to buy the Volkswagen model you want with our new Express online shopping tool. You can shop from home or safely with our team in the dealership. Then you get to take home the trophy. Right now, you can save $4,300 on a new 2021 Atlas S 2.0 Turbo. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
Back here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, Harker Heights looking to convert a 4th down and 5 here against Eastview. Sean West has a man thrown. Looks like it was caught for a touchdown. Wow.
I would disagree with that. He caught the ball and went out of bounds at the 1, but it's just the way he fell. It looked like it, but there was some holding going on in the backfield that did not get called on Harker Heights.
That will officially be credited as a 35-yard touchdown catch for the wide receiver Terrence Carter. As Harker Heights extends its lead over Eastview to 20-0 pending the PAT. PAT is up, and it is good. So just like that, all the Patriots had to do was prevent Harker Heights from converting a 4th down and 5, and they end up giving up a touchdown to the wide receiver Terrence Carter. Quarterback Sean West's second touchdown of the night, Michael.
Well, they're doing what they have to do, and they're looking strong in doing it. Eastview probably looking a little overmatched in this one so far tonight. Probably a little bit more so to me than they did last week versus Killeen. This Harker Heights squad seems to be a more physical and bigger team than even Killeen was last week. So it's these type of contests, Travis, where you're facing these larger schools and larger opponents that's going to help sharpen you for district beginning next week versus Elgin.
Yeah, you could make the argument that it was just the slow start that cost Eastview last week. As remember, it was the opening kickoff that was returned nearly all the way. Killeen able to score on their very first official offensive drive of the ball game, and before we knew it, it was 21-0. And Eastview was just never able to recover from that disastrous first quarter. And here tonight in Belton on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, they just haven't been able to overcome the domination of Harker Heights in the battle of the trenches. As this kickoff is going to be short and kicked out of bounds.
There's that flag that you were talking about that didn't get thrown on the first kickoff of the game. This time we see it. And we'll see where they advance the ball. Looks like it's a 5-yard penalty.
Free kick, out of bounds, kicking team. The penalty is they'll take it at the spot plus a 5-yard penalty, first down.
Eastview finds themselves in a 21-point deficit as we get things started on this drive.
Peyton Adams in the gun on 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. Adams, pressure collapses, the pocket collapses. Adams scrambles for his life to the left, makes it nearly to the 40-yard line before being brought down, but a great quarterback scramble by Peyton Adams. He picks up a solid 7, maybe 8 yards on that carry, brings up 2nd down and very manageable. Franklin on the tackle for Harker Heights. As the Patriots will go into their hurry-up offense mode. Adams in the gun, 2 receivers to his left. It's a handoff to the back, and the back is swallowed up after crossing that 1st down marker. On the carry for the Patriots was a Marion Brooks. Indeed, yeah, from my vantage point, it looked like he picked up the 1st down, but referees say differently. It's going to be 3rd and 1, so a 2-yard gain for a Marion Brooks on that carry. And I feel like we've been saying this a lot tonight, Michael, but this is a huge 3rd down for the Patriots. They've got to convert.
They got to. They got to keep this Harker Heights offense off the field.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Peyton Adams with a great scramble up the middle towards the left hash mark. He picks up a 1st down and a whole lot more, crossing into Harker Heights territory. And Peyton Adams gets the Patriots a much-needed offensive boost, picking up a 1st down and bringing the Patriots into Harker Heights territory. Adams now, 1st and 10, in the gun, 2 receivers to his left. Adams fakes a handoff, he keeps it himself, he's going to keep running it, makes it to the 45-yard line, and is brought down. A solid gain of about 4 yards on that scramble by Peyton Adams. That didn't really look designed, Michael. It looked like Peyton Adams saw that he had an opportunity and just kind of took matters into his own hands.
Well, he's using that read option and decides to keep it himself.
He's got to see something going on over there in the strong side as Adams, again under pressure, he's going to throw. Caught at about the 31-yard line. That's Jerry Barron, who falls as he makes the catch. Picks up a huge 1st down for the Patriots yet again.
Great presence of mind by Marion Brooks as he picks up a would-be tackler to free Peyton Adams to make that pass.
Adams in the gun. He's going to fake a handoff to a Marion Brooks and keep it himself, trying to get something going up the middle. He might have gained a yard, if that. A very late flag is just thrown back at the 20-yard line.
Let's see what it is.
No extracurricular activities going on like last week against Killeen.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense, number 46.
So a face mask penalty on Harker Heights' one of Harker Heights' defensive players.
Well, what we're seeing right now, Travis, is the first sustained drive by the Patriots versus this strong Harker Heights defense.
They've clearly figured something out because they're keeping it on the ground for the most part. As another handoff to a Marion Brooks who tries to rush up the middle. Nowhere really to go on first down. Brings up second down. They're going to rule officially no gain on that play. Maybe an inch, if anything. It'll be second down and 10. Ball is spotted at the 17-yard line. So Patriots in the red zone for the first time this evening. A minute and counting to go here in the first half. Patriots trail 21-0. Adams fakes a handoff. He keeps it himself and rushes up the middle. Might have gained a yard on that play. It'll bring up third down. And fairly long. Third down and 9. As the clock continues to tick 40 seconds, we'll see what the Patriots do. They have one timeout remaining. And Adams in the gun on third down, trips to his left. Adams throws right, caught by Charles Ross at the 10-yard line. But not enough for the first down. Charles Ross was short by about 2 yards, maybe 3, and Eastview will call their third and final timeout of the first half. 20 seconds to go. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. 20 seconds before halftime, I should say. Harker Heights leads at 21-0. And Michael, if you're Eastview, huge fourth down and 3 here. You got to convert. You got to try and at least get on the board before halftime.
You really do. You got it. It would really help them out to get on the board before the half and go into the locker room with some positive momentum. They will have some by this first sustained drive, proving that they can move the ball and they can be effective. They've got to be a little bit more creative in maybe some of their plays to open up some of those lanes. But this drive is showing the Patriots flexing some muscle and actually moving the ball. Granted, they've picked up 30 yards worth of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties or personal foul penalties on Harker Heights.
You got to take them any way you can get them, really. Fourth down and 3. Peyton Adams rolls out left, throws left in the end zone. Caught!
Michael Sedgwick.
Touchdown, Michael Sedgwick. Touchdown, Patriots. 13 seconds to go in the first half, and the Patriots score their first points of the evening. Better late than never, I say.
Some of that creative play calling that we were just talking about, Travis, that Michael Sedgwick cuts off of his defender and finds himself wide open in the corner of the end zone.
That was about a 16-yard toss by Peyton Adams as the Patriots are lining up to go for 2. Adams rolls out to the left side. No one to throw it to. He's going to try and toss it, and it's intercepted. Was it?
It was, but it wouldn't have done any good because Jerry Barron stepped out of bounds and came back in, and the referee threw his cap on the ground to mark that he had gone out of bounds, so he couldn't be the first person to touch the ball.
Yeah, it was indeed intercepted. Hard to tell from our vantage point. We're all the way on the opposite end of the field almost. And so the Patriots, well, they at least get on the board, 6 points. So your new score, Harker Heights 21, Eastview 6. And, you know, they're only trailing by 2 possessions, Michael. It's still a bit of a morale boost heading into halftime. Something that Coach Fekoch can work with.
Definitely. So you got to be happy with the result of that last drive, the first real sustained drive by the Patriots versus this Harker Heights defense. So for the first time tonight, the Patriots will be kicking off.
And remember,
looks like the Knights are anticipating an onside kick as their deep return men are up. They're starting to back up now, but we're up around the 20-yard line. They got 3 deep return men.
and remember, Eastview chose to receive the opening kickoff, so they'll be kicking off again to start the second half. As Harker Heights, it's a short squib kick. Harker Heights not even going to attempt to return it. A fair catch is called for and made by the Knights. So they will have 13 seconds to work with. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
Yeah. You got to wonder what they're going to do here. It depends on this coach. And, do you keep your foot on the throttle, or do you go ahead and take the knee and call it a half?
Harker Heights has all 3 timeouts left to work with as well. Eastview has used up all 3. And Harker Heights is just going to play it safe and kneel it out to end this first half. 5 seconds to go and counting. But Harker Heights content with taking a 21-6 lead into halftime. They'll look to continue on in the second half when they receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Eastview, however, they'll go to the locker rooms, and Coach Fekoch will have quite a bit to talk with his players about. We'll be back after these short messages, and we'll see what halftime show we have here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor as well. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
Is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step
Or 2.
or 3,
We can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
This broadcast on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by our bank. You belong here. We take the time to listen to you and your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will help you achieve those goals. Ideal Signs. Looking for something extra to get your business noticed? Ideal Signs specializes in custom signage and large digital format printing. Visit signsforsports.com. These broadcasts on SHN Sports are made possible by advertisers like these. If you would like to promote your business while also making an impact in the community, email Carl at shnsports.com for more information about advertising opportunities.
You know, some people only talk about social distancing like it's a bad thing. But as the day tripper traveling all over Texas, and with a Don Hewlett truck or SUV to take me anywhere I want to go, social distancing isn't really that bad at all. So, how far away is your Don Hewlett Chevrolet going to take you? Find new roads in Georgetown and at donhewlett.com. Don Hewlett, Texas True.
Hey, it's Jeff from Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. It's football season, which means you need a great team with a winning formula. Ours is making it easy on you to buy the Volkswagen model you want with our new Express online shopping tool. You can shop from home or safely with our team in the dealership. Then you get to take home the trophy. Right now, you can save $4,300 on a new 2021 Atlas S 2.0 Turbo. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
We're back here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor in Belton, Texas, where at the start of halftime, Harker Heights Knights lead it 21-6 over the Eastview Patriots. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight for Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. I'm Travis Banks alongside Michael Francis as always, and we'll be back here momentarily with some analysis of the first half. If you're just tuning in, it's pretty much been domination on the line of scrimmage on both sides by Harker Heights. as they've scored through the air twice and once on the ground. Eastview cutting their deficit to 21-6 towards the end of the first half, but missed the 2-point conversion, leading to our 21-6 score. Harker Heights, of course, missing a field goal at the start of the second quarter as well. And we will take it down to the field where the Eastview dance team is about to put on a show. We'll see you in just a few minutes, folks. Stay tuned.
Sparklers managers are Carolina Cordero and Natalie Michelle. Senior manager is Cecilia Juarez. Spirit Girl of the Week, Natalie Martinez. Sparkler of the Week, Nika Beam. The Sparklers would like to dedicate tonight's performance to our managers. You are the glue that keeps us all together.
Thank you for tuning in. You're listening to Eastview Patriot Football on SHN Sports. We'll be back with you in just a bit.
Welcome back here to Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. And if you are watching this stream on shnsports.com, get a good look at this moon. What is this called, Michael? That's not a new moon, is it? Blood moon?
Blood moon. Not exactly sure. I haven't seen anything about an official blood moon. I think usually it's a much larger in the sky type moon. I think the colors may be from some of the haze in the atmosphere.
You know, the more I think about it, I might be getting my moons confused with some of the video game moons from the Legend of Zelda series. I think their blood moon was the one that brought back all the bad guys that you'd already defeated. But nevertheless, nearing the end of halftime here, we're just a few minutes away from kickoff of the second half. Harker Heights leads at 21-6 over the Eastview Patriots. Again, we want to thank you for choosing to spend your Friday nights here with us on SHN Sports for Eastview Patriot football. I'm Travis Banks, joined alongside Michael Francis as always. And Michael, the first half was a pretty quick one for both of these squads, mainly just because of the power run game by this Harker Heights Knights squad. Of course, they've been dominating in the trenches, but 2 of their 3 touchdowns have come through the air. In the middle of the first quarter, Marcus Maples scored on a 62-yard touchdown catch. Amir Washington in the second quarter scored on a 17-yard touchdown run. And then Terrence Carter with a 35-yard touchdown catch with about 4 minutes left before halftime. Those are the 3 scores for Harker Heights. They made all 3 PATs. However, at the start of the second quarter, they did miss a 26-yard field goal. So the deficit for Eastview could be a lot worse. And, of course, they were being pitched a shutout by Harker Heights, were the Eastview Patriots, until about 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Michael Sedgwick caught a 16-yard touchdown catch from Peyton Adams. Peyton Adams' first touchdown of the evening. They went for a 2-point conversion. It was no good. It fell incomplete. It actually was intercepted in the end zone, Peyton Adams' 2-point conversion attempt. And that gives you your 21-6 score here.
Well, we've got some scores at half. Aikens 13, Cedar Creek 2. In the second quarter, Hayes 21, Dripping Springs 7. At the half, of course, here, our score, Harker Heights 21, Eastview 6. In the second quarter, Manor 13, LBJ 7. In the second quarter, Brookshire Royal 16, Northeast 0. At the half, Waco 14, Hutto 7. In the second, Navarro 21, Manor New Tech 0. In the second, Buffalo 21, Florence 0. In the second, Thorndale 6, Holland 6. At the half, Vista Ridge 35, Leander 0. Still in the second, Eastside 20, Achieve 6. China Spring 21, Gerald nothing. In the second, Rockdale 13, Cameron Yo 6. In the second, Liberty Hill 9 and Del Valley 9. They're knotted up. And then the second, San Marcos 14 and Lockhart 6. And Georgetown's next week opponent, Elgin 13 and Marble Falls 7 in the second quarter. Georgetown at the half, 21, Coppers Cove 7. In the first, Cedar Park 7, Cedar Ridge 7. Anderson 14, nothing over McCallum. Austin High 28, Connolly nothing. Round Rock 21, Belton nothing. A&M Consolidated 28, Rouse 14. Also in the second, Westlake 21, Waco Midway nothing. So that's the update on the scores from around the area. Thanks, a big thanks to Mike Barnes for providing those scores.
Tell you what, if you're not following former KView Sports Director Mike Barnes on Twitter, that's someone that you need to follow.
Yeah, he's
pretty much now, because he's been one of our biggest resources for not only football scores but just news and information in the Central Texas area.
Yeah, Mike Barnes is a good follow on Twitter. You can follow him at Mike Barnes Media on Twitter.
Just about set to kick off the second half here at Crusader Stadium. Eastview Patriots playing in the big time under the bright lights here on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. A great little stadium for a great school, Michael, and a great school with a great football program. They won the national championship. I believe it was Division II or Division III back in 2018?
It would be D3.
You know, I work in downtown Austin, and I remember about a month after the season ended, I saw the entire Crusaders football team at the Capitol, so they were being honored for their national championship win by the state government of Texas. Pretty cool for those young men. Of course, those were pre-pandemic times. Now, those ceremonies, or at least the ceremonies for this season, will probably take place via Zoom or something.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see where we are in January.
You can't ever tell. Life has changed for many people in many facets of their lives. As you've made the adjustment over these past 7 months.
And shout out to the UIL for allowing full video on Friday nights for the first time in UIL history. As on 1st and 10 for Harker Knights, it's a handoff to Sanford the second, gain of 7 before being brought down. And Harker Heights just continuing where they left off, winning the battle in the trenches. Sean West, the quarterback, comes out with 3 running backs. Bit of an offset pistol formation. West takes the snap and hands the ball off. This is Amir Washington. Amir Washington on the carry. He cannot be brought down. He's finally brought down after crossing the first down marker. Thomas Thornburg on the tackle. And it picks up a first down for Harker Heights.
You know, the one thing that you're not seeing from the Patriots, you're not seeing solo tackles on these big backs. It's gang tackling to bring these guys down. They've got a solid running attack.
So this will be 1st and 10, ball on their own 36-yard line. It's another handoff to Amir Washington, and Amir Washington has the edge on the right side, makes it to the 45-yard line, very dangerously close to getting a first down. I don't believe he got it. And no, he did not, but he did pick up a solid 9 yards on that sweep to the right, did Amir Washington. This sets up 2nd down and 1 for the Harker Heights Knights. Ball on the 45-yard line. Offset pistol again for the Knights. Sean West takes the snap. It's a handoff to Washington again. Up the middle, he's got a huge hole, and he's hit at about the 50-yard line. Isaiah Quentin Jackson on the tackle. But nevertheless, Amir Washington picks up another first down for the Knights, the 2nd on this drive. 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Harker Heights leads it 21-6. It's 1st and 10, ball on the 50. Sean West hands the ball off. It's Sanford the second. Sanford trying to get the edge to the left, and he's swallowed by 3 or 4, and now a whole lot more Patriots. Loss of 1, so great job by the Patriots defense. I saw Thomas Thornburg getting in there pretty early. I'll go ahead and credit Thomas Thornburg with the tackle there, although there were 2 other Patriot defenders near him. This will be 2nd down and 11. Ball back in Harker Heights territory on their own 49-yard line. Sean West takes the snap, and it's a handoff to Sanford. Sanford immediately brought down after a solid 6-yard gain. Making the tackle for the Patriots was Jet Vaughn. So with the 6-yard gain, this brings up 3rd down and 5 for Harker Heights. And if the Patriots can stand here on defense, they should force a punting situation. And that'll put them in good position for their next offensive series.
One thing the Patriots have been really good about is making those halftime adjustments we'll see if they can continue to do that tonight.
3rd and 5. Sean West fakes a throw and rushes up the middle. He is brought down by Alessandro Perez. And he's about 3 yards shy of the first down marker. He needed to make it to the 40. He only made it to the 43. So Harker Heights will bring out their punting unit. Eastview was not expecting the punt. And it's a fake punt. It's a fake punt, and Harker Heights has everyone fooled. They make the first down and a whole lot more. It was a direct snap to Quentin Howard, a senior fullback. And Quentin Howard just ran right up the middle. Picked up a huge first down for Harker Heights. So now the ball will be spotted on the Eastview 27-yard line. Harker Heights, 1st and 10. Sean West in the gun, 2 receivers to his right. It's a handoff to Sanford, and Sanford has a huge hole up the middle. He's still on his feet, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. 27 yards for Sean Sanford II.
And that's them big guys up front just opening up those running lanes. And they have controlled the line of scrimmage most of the night. As Eastview has had a hard time coming up with an answer.
PAT is up, and it is good. So just like that, a 4.5-minute drive by the Harker Heights Knights. A fake punt leads to a huge first down conversion, and immediately after that, a 26-yard touchdown run by Sanford. Your new score, Harker Heights 28, Eastview 6. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Stay tuned. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
Welcome back to Crusader Stadium here on the campus of Mary Hardin Baylor, where your Eastview Patriots are trailing 28-6.
Fresh off of a 26-yard touchdown run by running back Sanford, Sean Sanford II. And this is going to be a squib kick here on the kickoff. I think the Harker Heights crowd and some of the coaches on the sidelines, they're trying to argue with the referee that an Eastview player touched the ball as it was on the ground.
And that is not.
But I don't think they're going to get that call.
They're not going to get that call. That one wasn't true. But that is, one thing that Eastview has to have the presence of mind is once that ball travels 10 yards, it's fair game, and nobody really came up on that ball. I guess the expectation was that it was going to go out of bounds.
Well, Harker Heights had.
And then also the kicking team, it went out of bounds. Kicking team never had possession. Ball retains the possession of the receiving team at the spot it went out of bounds. First down.
Okay, well, they explained that complicated set of circumstances. Just the simple one is it's Eastview's ball.
Well, that'll set up a 1st and 10 for Eastview at their own 30-yard line. Peyton Adams comes out in the gun. He's going to keep this snap himself, and he has a huge lane up the right side. He sweeps out to the right, nearly picks up a first down. He's going to be forced out of bounds just shy of the first down marker. Officially an 8-yard gain on that run by Peyton Adams. And boy, Michael, Peyton Adams has been finding a lot of success in the last couple of drives on the ground. He'll throw this time on second down, and it's going to be caught on the left. And inching his way close to the first down marker after making the catch was Michael Sedgwick. And he's pushed out of bounds. A 1-yard gain officially on that play. Brings up 3rd and 1 for the Patriots. Expect Peyton Adams to use his feet on this play. Adams on 3rd and 1. He's going to keep it himself. He rushes up the middle. He's got a huge hole. He picks up the first down and a little bit more. Great job by Peyton Adams converting that 3rd and short. Jack Bice, the team captain for Harker Heights, on the tackle. 1st and 10 Patriots. Adams takes the snap, rolls right. It's caught near the sideline. And brought down just shy of the 45-yard line after making the catch is Tyreek Styles Obasher. Officially no gain on that play, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball still spotted on the 44-yard line of Eastview. Adams in the gun. 2 receivers on each side. Adams takes the snap, drops back, throws over the middle. It is caught by Tyreek Styles Obasher at the 35-yard line. And a late flag comes out closer to the line of scrimmage. We'll see what this is about.
It's going to be pass interference on Harker Heights, and they'll probably decline the penalty.
Defense number 0. Penalties declined. If we take those into the play, which is goes open. First down.
Now the Eastview offense starting to gain some traction with their last 2 possessions.
It'll be 1st and 10, ball on the Harker Heights 36-yard line. Peyton Adams takes the snap, and he has nowhere to throw as he looks left. He scrambles to the right, throws right. Pass falls incomplete, bouncing off of the fingertips of Tyreek Styles Obasher.
It's not going to be roughing the passer.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 38 defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Which I'm surprised. You know, Harker Heights is really playing some over-the-top defense right now. I felt like that the intended target in Obasher was held defensively. They did not call the pass interference.
This will make it 1st and 10, ball on the 21-yard line. Adams takes the snap, looks right, throws right, caught at about the 15-yard line. It's Obasher again. Obasher still on his feet. He breaks free into the end zone for a touchdown. Tyreek Styles Obasher.
Looks like there is a flag on the ground. Maybe not. Okay, Ross picked that up. It looked like something yellow, but not a flag.
You know, there's a Patriot player that is wearing some almost highlighter yellow shoes. And I tell you, that's been playing games with my brain all night, Michael.
Yeah,
I'll see the feet fly, and I'm like, oh, there's a flag. But no, it's not. So Tyreek Styles Obasher scores, and Patriots will go for the 2-point conversion. They'll toss it again to Tyreek Styles Obasher. 2-point conversion is good, and just like that, Eastview cuts their deficit in half. Your new score here with 6:04 remaining in the 3rd quarter, Harker Heights 28, Eastview 14. We'll be right back after these brief messages. Stay tuned. We'll see how Harker Heights responds just after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
Is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step
Or 2.
or 3,
We can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Crusader Stadium, where your Eastview Patriots have just put 8 on the board and have cut the lead in half by Harker Heights. On 2 outstanding plays from Peyton Adams and Obershire on both the score and the conversion.
Yeah, that touchdown catch, a great work of art by Tyreek Styles Obershire. 21 yards officially, but Obershire caught the ball at around the 15-yard line and dodged 2 tacklers, broke free from them, and was able to run it in untouched into the end zone. As this short squib kick is going to be taken by Harker Heights, Amir Washington to be exact, and he'll be forced out of bounds around the 45-yard line. So decent field position for Harker Heights, who has just seen their deficit cut in half. It's now a 2-possession game, and there's about 18 minutes left in the game for the Patriots to work with. So if they can get a defensive stop here, they might be in business.
Well, that's going to be the key, Travis. The Patriots have to bolster their defense and make some critical stops here versus this prolific Harker Heights offense. Great pass breakup by Charles Ross on the intended target, number 2.
That's LaPrinceton Dixon of Harker Heights. So quarterback Sean West looking for a quick toss and catch. Couldn't get it thanks to the defensive efforts of Charles Ross. 2nd down and 10, ball on the 41-yard line. West in the gun. Hands off to Washington, who has a huge hole up the middle. And I'm sorry, that was Rayshawn Sanford II. He picks up a huge 1st down for Harker Heights as they continue their domination in the trenches.
Now they're slashing up the middle. Those guys are opening the running lanes right up the middle. That's where they've had the most success. The DBs are doing a good job of cutting off the corners for the most part for Harker Heights, but those guys right up the middle are really opening up those lanes.
1st and 10 for the Knights. Ball on the 41-yard line. It's a handoff to Sanford II again, and he's got a huge hole on the right side. He's using his speed to escape. He makes it all the way inside the 5 before being forced out of bounds by Isaiah Quentin Jackson. But Rayshawn Sanford II puts the Harker Heights Knights into the red zone.
I'll tell you what, great speed by Quentin Jackson to save the touchdown.
That's a gain of about 38 yards. And now it'll be 1st and goal from the 2. Harker Heights hands off to Amir Washington, but Amir Washington is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. Making the tackle behind the line was Jet Vaughn. Great penetration by the Patriots defense and Jet Vaughn.
Oh, that was Mac Howard, number 52.
My apologies. I saw Jet Vaughn involved in that play.
That nose tackle got right up in there and shut that down.
Loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 5. It's going to be a quick fade, toss, and catch into the end zone for the touchdown. Making that catch was Terrence Carter again. His 2nd touchdown of the evening for the Knights. 5 yards.
Now he stands quite a bit taller than the Eastview defender did on that one, and quarterback throws up a jump ball and able to bring it down for the touchdown.
The PAT is up, and it is good. So just like that, Harker Heights answers. 4:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. Harker Heights now leads it 35-14. We will be right back after these messages. Stay tuned. We'll have Eastview's response to this latest score change right after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
You know, some people only talk about social distancing like it's a bad thing. But as the day tripper traveling all over Texas, and with a Don Hewlett truck or SUV to take me anywhere I want to go, social distancing isn't really that bad at all. So, how far away is your Don Hewlett Chevrolet going to take you? Find new roads in Georgetown and at donhewlett.com. Don Hewlett, Texas True.
Welcome back as we're ready to get things started here. Harker Heights just adding another 7 and taking a 35-14 lead over the Patriots, set to kick off.
Kickoff goes out of bounds, and this time the referee will draw the flag.
Free kick, out of bounds, kicking team. They'll take
You know, Harker Heights, they've kicked just about every kickoff out of bounds tonight. They don't want to risk getting the ball to Charles Ross, Isaiah Quentin Jackson, or any of the other players, speedsters, I should say, that the Patriots choose to put back deep to return these kickoffs.
Well, it's reminiscent to me, and as you know, my kids went to Rouse High School. This is what Josh Mann and the Rouse Raiders do virtually every kickoff.
Adams on 1st and 10 is sacked. The pocket just collapsed. The pressure was too much.
He had no place to go.
Jamal Cooley on the sack for Harker Heights. Loss of 8 will bring up 2nd and 18 for the Patriots. Ball on their own 26-yard line. Adams takes the snap, rolls left, looks left, throws left. Incomplete. Pass intended for Jerry Barron at about the 30-yard line, just slightly underthrown. Jerry Barron tried to get back to make that catch.
It's like a flag on the play.
sideline warning, Harker Heights. That's the first warning of the game.
No gain on the play. This will bring up 3rd down and 18 for the Patriots. Adams takes the snap all alone in the backfield. Quick toss and catch. Or I should say they're fighting over it. Harker Heights says they have it. Not sure if that was a fumble or an interception.
I thought it was an incomplete pass, but there was no ruling on the field. And
well, Harker Heights has it. And that is indeed going to be the first turnover
I think
of the
they're
game.
still arguing if it's a turnover or not, and they rule it is. That is definitely not what you needed to happen deep in your own end of the field to this powerful offensive team.
Oh, especially on 3rd and 18.
I didn't think he had it long enough to constitute a catch. Now we need the defense to really step up here and plug these gaps.
Sean West takes the snap, drops back, throws to the right. Caught in the end zone, yes. Referee signal, that's a touchdown. That is Marcus Maple, his 2nd touchdown of the evening for Harker Heights. And following the turnover, Harker Heights in business. They score immediately.
I tell you what, that quarterback has such great touch on the ball.
Sean West, he's a very accurate thrower and a very accurate passer.
And he's also the deep snapper.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 3:33 to go in the 3rd quarter, your new score, the Harker Heights Knights 42, the Eastview Patriots 14. We will take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN
This
Sports.
broadcast on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by our bank. You belong here. We take the time to listen to you and your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will help you achieve those goals. Ideal Signs. Looking for something extra to get your business noticed? Ideal Signs specializes in custom signage and large digital format printing. Visit signsforsports.com. These broadcasts on SHN Sports are made possible by advertisers like these. If you would like to promote your business while also making an impact in the community, email Carl at shnsports.com for more information about advertising opportunities.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Michael Francis, alongside the play-by-play voice of the Eastview Patriots, Travis Banks.
Thank you. We really have fun putting these broadcasts together. And it's been an honor working with you, Mike. Glad we were able to return for year 2 together here with Eastview. As Harker Heights' kickoff goes out of bounds. Flag comes out. And Eastview will look to recover from that last takeaway. Harker Heights intercepting Peyton Adams. And that immediately led to a Marcus Maple 28-yard touchdown catch.
So that kick goes out of bounds, and Eastview opts to take the ball at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Peyton Adams all alone in the gun. Trips to his left. He's going to keep it himself and rush up the middle around the right hash mark. Solid gain of about 8 yards. Looks like they're going to officially rule it was a 7-yard gain. So a nice little scramble by Peyton Adams. Will bring up a 2nd down and 3. Adams comes out in the gun, trips to his left. Adams fakes a handoff and scrambles up towards the right hash mark yet again and picks up the 1st down just barely. Great job running on the ground by Peyton Adams. And, Peyton Adams using his feet to scramble, Michael, that seems to be the one thing that Harker Heights does not have an answer for so far.
Yeah, he's really done a lot with his feet, and Harker Heights not keying on him.
And it's a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson on 1st down. He has some space and is forced out of bounds after crossing into Harker Heights territory. Great run by Isaiah Quentin Jackson.
That's his longest run of the night so far. But that's what Peyton Adams can do. He's carried the ball enough, they're starting to key on him, and that's going to open things up for both Isaiah Quentin Jackson and Demarion Brooks.
Same formation, trips to the left. Peyton Adams takes the snap, drops back, looks right, throws right. Caught by Charles Ross at about the 35-yard line. And Charles Ross brought down immediately after making the catch. But it picks up a solid 8 yards for the Patriots. This will be 2nd down and 2. Adams in the gun, trips to the left. Charles Ross, the lone wide receiver, to the right. Isaiah Quentin Jackson is in at running back. Those trips to the left, Michael Sedgwick, Jerry Barron, and Tyreek Styles Obasher. Adams takes the snap, looks right, throws right. Caught by Charles Ross, who is immediately brought down. They're saying his knee was down at the 27-yard line. So more than enough for the 1st down for Eastview. And now they've got some stuff going on offense as we're about under 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. Harker Heights leads at 42-14. Adams on 1st down. Hands the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who trucks a defender up the middle and makes it into the red zone. tackled at about the 18-yard line. I'm sorry, they'll rule him down at the 19-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 2. So a solid 8-yard gain by the running back. Peyton Adams now decides to keep this one, scrambles out to the left side. He's brought back behind the line of scrimmage, brought down behind the line of scrimmage, I should say, going backwards. And we're under a minute to go here in the third quarter now. First negative yardage play for the Patriots in some time. Jack Bice, the team captain for Harker Heights, was the one who tackled Adams there. This will bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Patriots. Trips to Adams' right this time, and Adams hands the ball off to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who is stuffed after getting back to perhaps the original line of scrimmage. Nowhere really to go as this Harker Heights defense is just doing a tremendous job for the most part of plugging every hole. They've not allowed very many big plays for Eastview tonight. And the Patriots are going to go for it here on 4th and 7. Officially no gain on that play. However, the clock will stop with 13 seconds to go. It'll be a timeout.
Harker Heights.
So Harker Heights using their first timeout of not only the half, but the first timeout of the entire game. So we'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be right back after these messages. We'll see if Eastview can score before the end of the third quarter. 13 seconds to go. They trail 42-14. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, it's Jeff from Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. It's football season, which means you need a great team with a winning formula. Ours is making it easy on you to buy the Volkswagen model you want with our new Express online shopping tool. You can shop from home or safely with our team in the dealership. Then you get to take home the trophy. Right now, you can save $4,300 on a new 2021 Atlas S 2.0 Turbo. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
And we're back.
Huge 4th down play here for the Patriots. 4th down and 7. Ball is on the Harker Heights 24-yard line. Patriots are pretty much in a must-convert situation. Adams takes the snap from the gun, looks left, throws left, into the flats.
Incomplete to Michael Sedgwick.
Michael Sedgwick, the intended receiver. That'll be a turnover on downs. Clock will momentarily stop with 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Harker Heights now will look to expand on their 42-14 lead over the Patriots. So 1st and 10, Harker Heights. It's a handoff to Sanford.
And the Patriots do a great job of stuffing that running lane. A helmet pops off. I'm not sure which player that is. Sanford. He will have to come off the field for a play.
Michael Sedgwick on the tackle there for the Patriots, and that will do it for the third quarter. We've got 12 minutes left to play. We'll see what happens. Can Eastview cut this deficit, or will Harker Heights continue to roll? We'll find out during the final 12 minutes after these commercial messages. Stay tuned. We'll have the exciting conclusion of this game in just a bit. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports. Back here from Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin Baylor. at the start of the fourth quarter. Harker Heights attempts a play fake. Play action, I should say. Falls incomplete. This will bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Harker Heights Knights. And if you're just tuning in, well, you've missed pretty much domination by the Harker Heights Knights, as they've just been winning the battle in the trenches on both offense and defense. And your score right now, 42-14, Harker Heights leading the Eastview Patriots. We've got a full fourth quarter left to play here on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. And Harker Heights gets Eastview going off sides. So this should back the Patriots defense up a few yards.
Onside. Defense, number 8. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
That'll make it 3rd down and 1. Alessandro Perez was the player who was drawn off sides. Sean West, the quarterback, hands off to Amir Washington, who rushes to the right. Dropped down at the 35-yard line by Thomas Thornburg. And that's enough to move the chains for a Knights first down.
Yeah, there's those yellow shoes that you were talking about, those highlighter yellow, number 22, for the Harker Heights Knights.
Try to zoom in on them a bit here. Yeah, you know, from our vantage point up here in the press box, they look exactly about the same shade of yellow as the flags that the referees throw. This will be 1st and 10, ball on their own 35-yard line for Harker Heights. Looks like they drew some movement. West thinks he has a free play, and he's going to throw it deep. Pass falls incomplete. No flag, however. I think I saw the same thing quarterback Sean West saw. I think I saw a Eastview Patriot defender on the line jump, or not really jump, but at least move. And they are going to indeed throw a flag and call offsides. It was Mac Howard.
Bring up a 1st and 5. And even on that play, there was great pass coverage by Jerry Barron and Carlos Villarreal for Eastview.
So 1st and 5, it's a handoff to Rayshawn Sanford. He is brought down by Vance Hurd, a sophomore, and a new name on the Patriots squad. Solid 8-yard gain by Sanford the second on that carry. Brings up 2nd down and 2. Ball will be spotted. 2nd down and 3. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the scoreboard.
No, it was a 3-yard gain.
3-yard gain. My apologies.
Yeah, it was 1st and 5. Had a little trickeration on you there.
That's right. That's right. A late flag comes out. This might be a hold.
Yeah, that one's going to be coming back.
Holding, offense, number 78. 10-yard penalty, previous spot, replay, 2nd down.
So this turns a 2nd and 2 into a 2nd and 12. Thanks to the holding penalty. 10:20 to go here. The clock is temporarily stopped. Harker Heights leads at 42-14. I'm Travis Banks. He's Michael Francis. Again, we thank you for choosing to spend your Friday nights here with us on SHN Sports. As West hands the ball off to the back, rushes left on a sweep, has a 1st down and a whole lot more. He's got nothing but wide open space, and he is gone.
Well, I tell you what, he was gone, but I am thoroughly impressed with the closing speed of Obasher, and he almost had that. If he just had a little bit more room, he might have been able to make that tackle. But great speed by Obasher.
You know, that is something about the Patriots these last 2 weeks, even when the game has gotten out of hand, which really isn't something that we've seen in games coached by Coach Fikach, is that the Patriots have never given up. PAT is up, and it is good. Your new score, Harker Heights 49, Eastview 14, 9:57 to go here in the ball game. We'll take a brief commercial break. We will see how Eastview responds just after this. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
Is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step
Or 2,
or 3,
we can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor, home to the 2018 national champion winning Crusaders football team, where your new score, Harker Heights 49, Eastview 14, following a tremendous touchdown run by running back number 20, who we do not have listed on our roster. So I apologize for not being able to give that young man the credit that he is due. $9:57 to go here in the ball game. And it's another short kick that this time will be returned, at least temporarily, by Amarian Brooks. Amarian Brooks able to travel a yard or two.
Well, he did what he needed to do right there, Travis, because this is what we discussed earlier, was that ball being kicked at least 10 yards down the field, and they're hitting spots where there are no Patriots. And Amarian Brooks comes up and makes that catch as Harker Heights was looking to make the recovery.
So now 1st and 10, ball on the 38-yard line. It's a handoff to Amarian Brooks from the shotgun formation, and Brooks just tackled by 4 Harker Heights defenders. Brooks will gain 3, maybe 4 yards on this carry. Brings up 2nd down and 6, so officially a 4-yard gain. Ball on the 42-yard line. Adams takes the snap, drops back. He's under pressure. He's just got to throw the ball away. He was looking in the direction of Charles Ross, who ran back.
It's going to be called for intentional grounding as the ball didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Now actually they're going to wave it off.
Well, good job on Charles Ross for running back. I think he saw his quarterback was in trouble. So because Charles Ross was in the area, they're going to waive that penalty. This will bring up 3rd down and 6. Ball on the 42-yard line. Patriots. Adams takes the snap, rolls out right, looks right, throws right. It is intercepted. Pass intended for Tyreek Styles Obasher, but instead it is intercepted by Harker Heights.
There's still a lot of time left in this game, and Eastview doesn't need to just let down their guard. I mean, you have a very prolific offense, but it does look like they're making some substitutions here in the 4th quarter with some other players. Looks like the quarterback is still in.
Yeah, Sean West, the starter, still in the game for Harker Heights. And this is going to be a handoff to the back, who sweeps out to the right side, and his helmet comes off after a vicious hit by Thomas Thornburg, who is celebrating.
And number 70 for Harker Heights was just hands full of jersey and did not get the call.
Well, the Knights are celebrating the running back, who, again, we don't have named on our roster. I apologize for that. But he took a vicious hit. His helmet's knocked off, so he has to go to the sidelines for this play. Amir Washington will check back in at running back. Sean West in the gun. Tries to draw the Patriots off sides, but can't get the ball snapped in time to draw the penalty. And instead, it's a handoff to Amir Washington, who rushes up the middle on the right hash mark. Brought down by Thomas Thornburg. And quarterback Sean West, his night is over. We've got a new quarterback in for Harker Heights. This is Terrence Carter, the wide receiver who has 2 touchdown catches on the night. He hands the ball off to the running back, who spins around some Patriots defenders and is brought down at the 31-yard line. Thomas Thornburg on the tackle for the Patriots. 7:58 to go and counting here in the ball game. Harker Heights leads at 49-14, and right now they're driving and looking to expand this massive lead. But first, they need to convert this 4th down. Harker Heights is going to end up calling a timeout. Their second of the night, or second of this half, I should say. Second of the night as well. We'll keep it right here. But Michael, seeing as that this game is, well, hesitant to say, but it's
out of hand.
It's out of hand.
Yeah.
It's time to start looking forward to next week, where the Patriots will return home to Georgetown for the first time this season. They'll be starting district play against Elgin, and they will look to regroup against an Elgin squad that is going to be more on their level.
Well, the things that we're seeing that are positives, far fewer mistakes made by Eastview in this game. They're just outmatched by a more physical, bigger team, and nothing to hang your heads about. Eastview has been playing their hearts out on this field and not making silly, goofy mistakes like they were making last week. So, they made those adjustments and corrections. They're just outclassed by this Harker Heights team tonight.
So Harker Heights is going to attempt the field goal. This will be a 48-yard field goal attempt, so look for a fake, considering Harker Heights converted a fake punt on a 4th down earlier in this ball game. And that kick is nowhere close. A 48-yard field goal attempt falls no good. So that'll be a turnover on downs. Eastview will take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, the thing that you kind of appreciate by Harker Heights was as much success as they've had on the ground, they chose to attempt a field goal that was improbable for them to make instead of going for that 1st down.
I think at some point you have to stop running up the score, as on 1st and 10, handoff to a Marion Brooks, goes for a short gain, if anything at all. Officially a 1-yard gain on that run by a Marion Brooks. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Ball will be spotted on the 32-yard line as the clock continues to tick. And on 2nd and 9, it's another handoff to a Marion Brooks, who tries to sweep right, can't quite get over the edge, and is brought down after a decent gain of about 5 yards. This will set up 3rd and manageable. 3rd and perhaps 4. Will indeed be 3rd and 4. Patriots come out in the gun. fakes the handoff to Marion Brooks. Peyton Adams looks left, rolls left, throws left. It is caught at the 50-yard line by Tyreek Styles Obasher, who then steps out of bounds after making the catch. It's more than enough for the first down. The Patriots move the chains. This will be 1st and 10. Ball is spotted on the Patriots' 49-yard line. It's a handoff to Marion Brooks on 1st and 10.
Ball's on turf. Fumble. Harker Heights recovers it.
They say they have it, and indeed they do. So Marion Brooks fumbles. The second turnover in this quarter by the Patriots.
And that's one of the few mistakes that Eastview has made tonight. Three turnovers so far on the night.
So that'll stop the clock with 6:16 to go in this ball game. We're about midway through this fourth quarter. Harker Heights with a tremendous 49-14 lead over the Patriots. And remember, this score was 28-14 at one point. Harker Heights has just been too much for the Patriots to handle. You know, it's been 2 different weeks for the Patriots, 2 different types of games. Last week, you know, statistically, the Patriots had a really good game. It's just that they got off to a slow start. There were a lot of penalties. They really couldn't overcome the adversity they faced last week against Killeen. This week, they've just been dominated in the trenches. And they're getting dominated again as the Harker Heights running back goes for a huge gain, picks up a first down and a whole lot more. He probably picked up enough distance to get 3 first downs.
It's like he may be coming back.
Flag on the play somewhere. I don't see a flag on the field, but the referees are huddled up at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I don't see a flag anywhere. I never saw one fly. Oh, there it is. It was in the yellow outline of the M on the UMHB symbol on the field. No wonder we couldn't see it.
So illegal blocking. We will repeat this second down just with some extra penalty yardage attached.
Like second down and 20? Or
I believe that's what it's going.
19. I think 19.
Well, this would be from the spot of the original foul then.
Yeah, it almost looks like 20, but
they're saying 2nd and 19 on the scoreboard, so I'll follow along with that. And on 2nd and 19, it's a handoff to the back who sweeps out to the right side into the flats and is shoved out of bounds by Eastview's Justin Nazer. And that'll take that. No, the clock is continuing to tick.
They may opt to just keep a running clock.
At this point, I don't think there would be any argument against a running clock. The game is not that close, 49-14, as it's another handoff to Harker Heights, and they'll make it back to the 49-yard line, almost into Patriots territory. But the Knights of Harker Heights, well, this makes it a 4th and 15. So
4th and 5.
4th and 5, I'm sorry.
They just hadn't adjusted the clock or the scoreboard yet.
I know. I keep looking at that scoreboard. Going off of what it's saying on there. So this will be a punting situation for the Knights as they'll run as much time off the clock as possible. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Just over 4 minutes to go on the game clock. And this punt will not be fielded by Eastview or Charles Ross, who is back deep to return. Punt rolls out of bounds at the 11-yard line, and so that is where the Patriots will set up shop, as they'll have 4 minutes and 1 second to work with here. First and 10, new quarterback in for the Patriots. This is Tanner Ballou. And Ballou on a handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson. So we'll see what Tanner Ballou can do here in the final 3 minutes, 45 seconds of this ballgame. Last week against Killeen, the senior went 4 for 9 for 35 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. So pretty much playing game manager, as it's another handoff to Isaiah Quentin Jackson, who sweeps left into the flats and is pushed out of bounds between the 25 and the 30-yard line. Clock will stop upon Isaiah Quentin Jackson stepping out of bounds here. So they're going to at least let the Patriots work with the normal rules. No running clock. Tanner Ballou fakes a handoff, rolls right, looks right, throws right, caught by Tyreek Styles-Obashere. Just shy of the 40-yard line. I do believe he got enough for the first down, and indeed he is. They are going to move the chains. Great toss and catch by Tanner Ballou to Tyreek Styles-Obashere. First and 10, ball on the 40. Ballou hands off to Quentin Jackson. Isaiah Quentin Jackson rushes towards the left hash mark. And he'll pick up a solid 8-yard gain. This will bring up second down and 2. 2:42 and counting to go here for the Patriots as they look to get on the board one more time, cut this deficit. Right now they trail 49-14. They'd like to at least get some more points on the board before the end of the ball game. Looking ahead to next week's district opener against Elgin, which is, again, Michael, as we mentioned earlier, going to be a bit of a revenge matchup because last year, the Patriots, in the second to last week of the season, locked up the fourth and final playoff spot in District 13-5A by defeating Cedar Creek. The final week of the regular season, they were on the road at Elgin and were just dominated by Elgin's ground game. So you got to think Eastview is looking for revenge next week. And Elgin is a team that will match up better towards this Eastview unit in terms of the size of the players and the strength of the players as well.
Yeah, Lamarion Brooks getting his work in on this drive.
Ballou takes the snap, looks around, throws left. It is caught. That is Michael Sedgwick making the catch there and stepping out of bounds with 1:34 to go in the ball game. So they should temporarily stop the clock as the Patriots will hurry up. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. It'll be first and 10 for the Patriots. Ballou in at quarterback. Hands off to Marion Brooks, who rushes up the middle. And great run by Brooks. A solid
7-yard gain.
I was going to say, we'll call it 7 yards for now until we can get the chains set up. And this will make it 2nd and 4, according to the scoreboard. Should be 2nd down and 3. Marion Brooks takes another carry for a 2-yard gain, so this will set up 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2 for the Patriots.
Patriots have 45 seconds to work with now. Blue in the gun, hands off to Brooks. Brooks has a huge hole up the middle, and Marion Brooks will score. 39 seconds to go in the ball game. Garbage time points, but you'll take them any way you can get. The Patriots needed that morale boost. Your new score, Harker Heights 49, Eastview 20. A 12-yard rush up the middle by a Marion Brooks.
Point is good.
The PAT is up and good, so Eastview cuts the deficit to 49-21. 39 seconds to go here in the ball game. Should be enough time for a kickoff and a Harker Heights kneel down. As if you recall, they kneeled the ball, ran out the clock to end the first half.
Right. Yeah, we're less than 40 seconds left in the game, so you can expect the V formation and the victory formation and the kneel down, and that'll be it.
What will happen is at the conclusion of this ball game, we will take a brief commercial break, and then we will be back, Michael and myself, with a short rundown and analysis of the game you just witnessed, and a little bit more of a preview for next week's game against Elgin. That game currently scheduled for a 7 p.m. kickoff. We should be going live anywhere between 6:45 p.m. and 6:50 p.m. Central Standard Time next Friday night, live from Birkelbach Field, Georgetown ISD Stadium in Georgetown, Texas. The first Eastview home game of this 2020 football season. They wore the road whites last week against Killeen, and tonight, white helmets, white jerseys, and the dark blue pants for the Patriots. Harker Heights wearing red jerseys with black helmets and pants, as this kickoff is going to be fielded at the 17-yard line. Fair catch called for and made by the Knights. And they'll have 39 seconds to work with. We should just see the victory formation as we just finished talking about, Michael. Although I'm hesitant to say that because stranger things have happened.
Stranger things has happened, but the class that this coaching staff has showed from Harker Heights is that they're not looking to run the score up any more than what it already is.
Anyone who's listening, you probably know one football team that would definitely not be going into the victory formation. I'll just leave it at that before I get into trouble.
And that'll do it right there.
Right, yes. Sean West, the quarterback, back into the ball game. Well, there's an issue with the clock. Okay, now the game clock is running. And the play clock is reset. Okay, well, the referee calling the game 30 seconds early. And unlike last week where there was a socially distanced handshake at the end of the ball game, we'll see what happens here, but it looks like there's going to be a mass huddle. Perhaps still socially distant. They're going
to line up on the hash marks across from each other.
It's great to see the innovative ways that these players are still keeping tradition despite the pandemic socially distanced practices. Clock officially hits 0, so your final score is official. Harker Heights 49, Eastview 21. That'll do it for this ball game. Again, we'll take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back with a brief analysis and a preview of next week's game against Elgin. Stay tuned. You're watching Eastview Patriot football on SHN Sports.
You're ready for the future?
And the future is full of possibilities.
Because your dream home
Is right around the corner.
If you're ready for the next step
Or 2,
or 3,
we can help. At our bank, we're ready to help you open doors to your future.
our mortgage team is here and ready to begin your next step.
Doing the right things for the right reasons.
Welcome to our bank.
You belong here.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
This broadcast on SHN Sports is brought to you in part by our bank. You belong here. We take the time to listen to you and your financial needs and desires in order to help you create unique solutions that will help you achieve those goals. Ideal Signs. Looking for something extra to get your business noticed? Ideal Signs specializes in custom signage and large digital format printing. Visit signsforsports.com. These broadcasts on SHN Sports are made possible by advertisers like these. If you would like to promote your business while also making an impact in the community, email Carl at shnsports.com for more information about advertising opportunities.
You know, some people only talk about social distancing like it's a bad thing. But as the day tripper traveling all over Texas, and with a Don Hewlett truck or SUV to take me anywhere I want to go, social distancing isn't really that bad at all. So, how far away is your Don Hewlett Chevrolet going to take you? Find new roads in Georgetown and at donhewlett.com. Don Hewlett, Texas True.
Hey, it's Jeff from Hewlett Volkswagen in Georgetown. It's football season, which means you need a great team with a winning formula. Ours is making it easy on you to buy the Volkswagen model you want with our new Express online shopping tool. You can shop from home or safely with our team in the dealership. Then you get to take home the trophy. Right now, you can save $4,300 on a new 2021 Atlas S 2.0 Turbo. Hewlett Volkswagen, off I-35 in Westinghouse, or see for yourself at hewlettvw.com.
We're back here at Crusader Stadium on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. I'm Travis Banks, joined alongside, as always, with Michael Francis, who is just over here off camera. Do you want to hop in on camera over here, Michael?
I'll give you my hand. How about that?
We'll get your hand. A little bit of cord issues preventing both of us from getting on camera. But here we are. We'll get Michael on camera here in just a bit. But once again, your final score from here at Crusader Stadium in Belton, Texas, on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Harker Heights 49, Eastview 21. And Michael, it was just a game where the Eastview Patriots were dominated on both sides of the line of scrimmage in the trenches, losing that battle.
Yeah, they were just outclassed by a more physical, bigger football team tonight. You have nothing to hang your head about. As we discussed throughout the game, very few mistakes were made by Eastview. You know, there weren't the flagrant penalties that they gave up last week, so they played more disciplined football. Had some untimely turnovers with an interception that actually led to some points and a couple of fumbles. But other than that, they played relatively mistake-free football. They were just overpowered by a much bigger team, and that showed tonight. But they never stopped playing with their hearts, and they played throughout the game. We saw that one where the running back scampered down the sideline and nobody gave up, and Obasher nearly ran him down, just showing off his speed back there. You saw some speed from Isaiah Quentin Jackson on some stops against this team to save touchdowns. But, they don't have anything to hang their heads about tonight. They played with class. They played with heart against a much bigger adversary, and that will help them next week as we go into district play with Elgin coming into Birkelbach.
And, you know, Michael, we talked about this a little bit last week in the pregame or in the postgame show. Again, Eastview never gave up. Tonight versus Harker Heights, last week versus Killeen. And not only that, but we're seeing a lot more sophomores coming into the mix. Some of the younger guys, some of the younger names, guys that we weren't perhaps talking about last year, they're stepping up. And I think this effort against these last two teams the last 2 weeks, it's going to show when we really get into the thick of District 13 5A play. That starts again next week at home, GISD Birkelbach Field against Elgin, 7 p.m. kickoff time. That game will, of course, be broadcast here on SHN Sports. We'll be going live roughly 6:45, 6:50. Again, that's Central Standard Time if you're watching from any other part of the country. We would love for you to join us on this adventure. It should be an action-packed season of District 13 5A football. And again, Michael, we'll talk about this again next week, but we always tend to think of the start of district play as kind of hitting the reset button on the season, because no matter what happens to you in these non-district games, the district games are the ones that count.
Yeah, they're the ones that count. So you've had 2 against some good Killeen football teams that you were able to sharpen your edge on. Tonight's contest was much cleaner, but against a much more physical opponent. So that will help going in to district next week, where they look to bounce back from that disappointing loss that you mentioned several times from last season, playing in Elgin. So we're looking forward to that, to the start of a good district season. We have a tough district road ahead of us. Bastrop, and Bastrop comes in this week as a SHN partner, so they're also on SHN Sports. They're a tough opponent this year. Both those football teams in Bastrop, both Cedar Creek and Bastrop. Brenham, they look to win the district, to sit atop. You've got 2 newcomers into 13 5A, and that is Rouse out of Leander, and, Rouse and Tom Glenn, both out of Leander, that are new to our district. So looking forward to facing some new competition in this year's district schedule, and we get that started next week. Looking at some of the scores from around the area from our good friend Mike Barnes, at the half, Hayes 31, Dripping Springs 7. In the third, A&M Consolidated 41 and Rouse 21. In the second, Navarro 56, Manor New Tech 0. That's a lopsided score. That game's got to be tough for sure. At the half, Buffalo 28, Florence 0. At the half, all these are at the half with the exception of 1. Thorndale 14, Holland 12, China Spring 38, Gerald 0, Rockdale 20, Cameron 6, and that's a telling game right there. Those two are storied programs, and if you ever want to see some good Friday night football, you can go to Rockdale or Cameron, and those are 2 great programs, great people. I've broadcast at both of those, broadcasting for Gerald, both good places to go. Navarro 35, already went over to that one. Elgin 26, Marble Falls 13. Marble Falls in our district last season drops out, and they're in the South District. Elgin leads that one. At the half, Mason 41, Center Point nothing. All these at the half, San Marcos 17, Lockhart 12, Austin High 51, Connolly 6. That's one of our district opponents in Connolly. Round Rock 35, Belton 14, LBJ 21, Manor 13, A&M Consolidated. We just went over earlier. Cedar Park 21, Cedar Ridge 7, Liberty Hill 22, Del Valley 9. So that rounds out the most updated scores throughout the area.
Should be an interesting next couple of weeks here in the Central Texas area as far as high school football is concerned, as again, a lot of these teams are going to be beginning district play. And as you mentioned, next week's game against Elgin, specifically for the Patriots, that's a revenge matchup. The Brenham game, actually, 2 weeks from tonight, on the road at Brenham, that's going to be kind of like a double revenge game, because if you recall, 2 years ago, the Patriots went into Brenham, blew a huge halftime lead, ended up losing that game by a point, and then last year, a late turnover ended up leading to a Brenham touchdown that cost Eastview the game. So Brenham has swept the Patriots the last 2 seasons, and the Patriots are going to be looking for revenge again in the same district. That should be a more even matchup for the Patriots. as opposed to tonight, where really when you look over the stats, especially the scoring drives, it was really just Eastview giving up the big plays. You know, it was almost as if they were playing bend but don't break.
Right.
And then when they got caught sleeping, that's when Harker Heights took advantage. The first example I see is the only score of the first quarter when wide receiver Marcus Maple scored on a 62-yard touchdown catch. And remember, he was almost double covered.
Right.
He was able to get that catch, and then he was able to break free from his defenders and run into the end zone.
Well, that goes to the quarterback because he was good about throwing over the top and trusting his receivers to go up and get the ball. And with Maple on that one, he was able to go up in stride, and Eastview just could not catch up with that.
As for the Patriots, statistically, Michael Sedgwick had a 16-yard touchdown catch at the end of the second quarter that ended the Harker Heights shutout of Eastview. It was 21-6, the score at halftime. Tyreek Styles Obasher, who is a name that we have called a lot the last 2 weeks, and I expect we will call his name many, many more times over the next couple of years, considering he's only a sophomore. He scored a touchdown catch from 21 yards out. So 2 touchdown passes and the 2-point conversion. Obasher had that on that play as well. So 2 touchdown passes from quarterback Peyton Adams. Amarian Brooks added a touchdown run, his first of the season. We expect him to have many, many more as the season goes on, especially the District 13 5A schedule. So, you know, again, a statistically decent game. 2 interceptions for quarterback Peyton Adams. You never want to see that. And then Amarian Brooks had that fumble as well. So 3 turnovers on the night for the Patriots. That's really the only negative of this game that you can work on if you're the Eastview coaching staff or Coach Feacoch, because I think the rest of it was just, as you said, Michael, Harker Heights just overpowering this Eastview team.
Right, and it was, and you're right. But let's move on. We got to put this behind us, and the Eastview's got to put it behind us and put them behind them, and go forward. And that's one thing that Coach Feacoch has been really good at over the past 2 seasons, is getting his teams ready for the next week. Okay, you get this one behind you, win or lose, move forward.
Any final thoughts before we shut down here, Michael?
You know, it was a lopsided score, but the takeaways to me are positive, with the keys of being fewer mistakes, playing with heart, and not giving up against a better opponent. So, you know, I'm happy walking out of here. Obviously, you want the win, but I don't think we played poorly. I just think that we were outmatched.
Indeed. And again, District 13 5A play starts next Friday night, 7 p.m. kickoff. We'll be going live about 6:45, 6:50 p.m. here on SHN Sports. He is Michael Francis. I'm Travis Banks. And with that, we'll go ahead and call it a night from Crusader Stadium here on the campus of the University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. Once again, your final score, the Eastview Patriots 21, the Harker Heights Knights 49. As for us, we will see you next week at home against Elgin from GISD Stadium. Until then, have a great weekend, stay safe, wear a mask if you go out, and so long from the Lone Star State.